As the first rays of the day slowly creep into the forest, a deep silence reigns. The fine mist filtering through the trees gently touches the fur of the red fox lying on the ground. The fox is asleep, shivering with weak breath. It bears the traces of years of hard winters and hunger on its fur. Right next to him, an old owl watches silently on a high branch. His eyes are tired and sad. He is an old veteran of the forest. He has lost many friends, and each loss brings back old memories. As he watches the fox breathing, a strange sense of protection swells inside him. The fragility of life is once again in front of his eyes. The fluttering of this little fox has triggered a pain that the owl has not felt for many years. Meanwhile, the fox slowly opens his eyes and meets the owl's gaze. Neither speaks, but there is a common pain and loneliness in their eyes. In silence, a leaf, falling like a tear, lightly touches the fox's face and falls to the ground. In the heart of the forest, two lonely souls reach a silent agreement on life and solidarity, the first step in a friendship that will strengthen them both against the challenges that lie ahead. One morning, deep in the forest, there is a sudden panic. An unheard-of sound echoes through the forest, distant voices of men, heavy machinery, and the sound of axes hitting trees, so loud that the forest groans. The fox wakes up to these unfamiliar sounds, and fear appears in his eyes. The owl looks at the fox in silence and is deeply worried. He feels that the peaceful forest he has been protecting for years is under threat. The fox starts running, looking at the owl with fearful eyes. The trees in the forest began to fall one by one. As the big machines move into the forest, the branches and leaves that break off from the trees are scattered on the ground. The fox tries to move quickly to get away, but wherever he goes, there are trees falling down in front of him. The owl is very much watching the fox's desperation to escape, but he too feels that there is not much he can do. At some point, the fox gets stuck, unable to move among the fallen tree branches. He flails in panic, but there is a way out. The owl flies down in a moment of courage to help the fox, but he is old and cannot move fast. The sound of the forest is now in complete confusion. As the trees continue to fall and the earth continues to crackle, the friendship of the fox and the owl undergoes a great test in this chaos. Just as the fox is desperately waiting for help, the owl reaches the fox and tries to calm him down. As the fox looks helplessly at the owl, he realizes that they must unite against this great danger. When the forest is quiet again, you can see the fox and his suffering, who have left their difficult moments behind. With a flutter, the fox frees himself from the branches and comes to the owl. Both are tired, exhausted, but alive. The forest is no longer as lively and peaceful as before. The trees have fallen down, the earth is broken, but the fox and the owl are standing with the strength of their friendship. The fox rests his head on the shoulder of the owl's neck, and the two spend time together in the middle of the ruins. The owl, with tears in its eyes, hums a soothing song to the fox. It is a song about friendship, solidarity, and that nothing can separate them. Both of them, tired but peacefully preserved, are sitting in the forest, which is becoming quiet again. The sun peeps gently through the clouds and illuminates them.